Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the middle of February, it's 25 degrees outside, and I am about to direct sow my very first seeds of 2025. I am planting Papaver somniferum, also called breadseed poppies, also called opium poppies, and they are the coolest thing, and January, February is the perfect time to do it. Breadseed poppies need something called cold stratification, which is really just exposing those tiny, tiny seeds to a cold treatment, usually like 1 to 3 months. So, and what that does is it helps to break down those tough seed coats. So that cold temperature and the moisture will break down the seed coat and allow that seed to germinate. And the reason why that's so important is because it's really nature's way of preserving the species, I guess you could say. If the poppy seeds, which usually start scattering their seed all over the place when they dry, usually like I'd say maybe late July or so, early August, they'll naturally break down and just drop seed everywhere. If they were to germinate right away, that means we'd have little seedlings coming up like August, September, and then we'd get hit with cold, and no doubt the cold would just wipe them out because they're not strong enough to withstand those temperatures. So by sowing them in January, February, you end up giving them that cold stratification, and then they don't germinate until the temperatures warm up, and then you have these beautiful breadseed poppies everywhere. So the key to successfully sowing them is finding a nice sunny spot in your garden. You want to make sure that those seeds have direct contact with soil. So like if you've got mulch down, clear some mulch away if you're able to, and then you can literally just sprinkle those seeds everywhere. But before we get to that, let me show you which ones I have. Right now is a great time to get these seeds planted because we are forecasted to get about 7 to 8 inches of snow starting tomorrow morning. And we have no snow on the ground right now, so I'm able to seed the garden. I've got plenty of bare soil. Just heard on the weather report last night that the Chicago area has the least amount of snowfall in 81 years. So we're finally going to get some snow tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see what plants survive this because I've had a lot of bare ground this winter. So we'll see what happens, but it makes it prime time to get these breadseed poppies down. It's a little windy, so hopefully they'll stay in place once I drop them. But let me show you what I have first. I've got 5 different varieties. I've got Black Swan, Hungarian Blue, Imperial Pink, isn't that pretty? Got another one called Park's Black Peony. Is it Black Peony? Yeah, Black Peony. And then this one, listen to this. Okay, these are seeds that I collected in 2022. I just found them in my seed box. These were seeds from Amazing Gray Poppies. And that is another cool thing. These seeds are super easy to harvest, and you just let the seed pods dry out, and then you know they're ready to harvest when you can hear them shaking around inside. And poppy seeds naturally just scatter their seeds everywhere as the wind blows and the seed disperses all over the place. So that's why you don't have to be super particular about how you drop these. I mean, I don't want to go in and scatter them, in one giant clump, but I'm just kind of going to do what nature does anyway. And then in the springtime, I'll go through and start thinning them out. Not being too particular about it. If there's massive clumps, I'll start thinning those out. But for the most part, I leave them alone, which makes them even better because I love plants that don't need a whole lot of coddling, and breadseed poppies are one of those plants. But let me show you what they look like too. I'm gonna have to block the wind here. Oop, they're blowing everywhere. Okay, can you... Probably not the best day to show you what these things look like, but let's see if I can show you a little bit. See those guys? And all I'm going to do is find certain spots in the garden and sprinkle them in and wish them well and wait for spring. And if you don't have time to order breadseed poppies, you can always go to one of the local big box stores, Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, wherever. And Burpee carries this very common variety. This is Hungarian Blue. You might also find one called Lauren's Grape, but this is a common one, but very, very beautiful. And what's really cool about breadseed poppies is they're super pollinator friendly. The bees love them. All right, you ready for how easy this is? Ooh, it took a little too much. Look at how many seeds. I mean, that's a lot of seed. I'm not sure how many seeds are in an individual seed head. There are a lot though. So if you harvest them, and I really encourage you to, you'll have breadseed poppies forever. And that's all there is to it. Literally the easiest thing you can plant. Now I wait for spring, and sometime in April, I'll start seeing these little blue-green leaves coming through the soil, and I'll thin them if I need to, and hopefully I won't have to thin them too much because I've kind of just scattered them. I tried not to clump them together. Doesn't always work, but anyway, the easiest thing you will ever plant, and you can use them in dried arrangements. The seed heads are so beautiful, and I am freezing and I need to get inside because I can't feel my fingers anymore. So if you can, get your hands on some of those Hungarian blue or Lauren's grape. Those are very widely available at big box stores, and I'm losing the feeling in my face too. It's cold. So I'm gonna go in, and the snow is supposed to start flying tomorrow morning. We're supposed to get about 7 to 8 inches. It'll be interesting to see what comes through this winter. We've had very little snow, and I'm really happy we're finally getting some snow tomorrow morning. And now I need to go inside and thaw my fingers. I can't feel them. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.